Hello, I'm delighted to welcome you to John Bright and to just give you a little bit of a flavour of what we have on offer at our school. Let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Webb and I've been head teacher at John Bright for just over 5 years. Prior to that, I was head of a school over in Cheshire, and I've been in schools teaching or on leadership teams for over 38 years now. I've got 4 children of my own, and I'm very aware of how important this transition is for you. It's probably come around much sooner than you might have imagined. But we do pride ourselves on John Bright at having a very robust transition programme. And in spite of COVID, we've been able to get our young people from Year 6 into school over the last 2 years. And I'm sure we'll be able to do that this summer. So let me just tell you a little bit about our offer. First of all, the safety and well-being of our young people is absolutely crucial. And we want young people not only to feel safe, but to feel as though they're happy, that they enjoy learning, and that they are free from bullying and antisocial behaviours, and they can develop the skills to form positive relationships with others. Secondly, we have extremely high expectations of our young people. We want them to feel inspired in the classroom, and we have a team of over 80 really well qualified specialist teaching staff at John Bright who are passionate about the subjects that they teach. They know that one size doesn't fit all, and they personalise that experience for all of our young people. We've also got over 30 support staff in school, from administrative support, teaching assistants, behaviour wellbeing teams, who are there to really integrate within the life of the school. We work extremely well as a community. Let me talk a little bit about our school curriculum. It's a 5-year journey. We want young people, when they start in Year 7, to have the foundations to develop the skills and the knowledge and the understanding that they're going to need when they take their formal exams in Year 11. And they may want to progress on to do A-levels or other subjects in our 6th form. We are the only school in the area who offer a 3-year GCSE, so students in Year 8 start to make the choices of the subjects they want to do, and they start studying those subjects in Year 9. That gives them more time to study the subjects they're going to do their GCSEs at. It allows them to deepen their knowledge and understanding over that period of time, and they're also able to do an additional GCSE, so they can do 4 options at this school, which is quite unusual. We're also a large school, and we are able to offer a very diverse number of subjects at GCSE because of the numbers that we have in each year group. We pride ourselves on the quality of our teaching in our classrooms, and we pride ourselves on the provision that we have at GCSE. And we do know that through lockdown, when children only had that disruption to their learning, that having 3 years to study their GCSEs held them in extremely good stead. And moving on from that, I just want to talk a little bit more about our blended learning provision. We have been a Google school for over 5 years now, so staff and students in the school are extremely familiar in using our technology and using Google Classroom to support their learning. We have over 450 Chromebooks in school, and all our 6th form bring their own devices. So the only thing we really had to change to was actually live teaching, and that was something we had to develop the training, both of students and staff, to get ourselves on point. After that, we did deliver live lessons for our timetable subjects. We didn't change the curriculum in any way, and we're really, really proud of the work that we covered during lockdown. Eston contributed in their inspection in July 2021. The school's provision during lockdown contributed towards maintaining pupils' literacy and numeracy skills, as well as enhancing their information and technology skills. We become incredibly adept at flicking from one to the other now, and we know that children are still self-isolating and they can still access all the work that they would normally do in school at home. No more will we ever have to shut the school for snow days or if there is a burst water main, because we can always make sure that the work is there for our young people. We've retained a number of operating practices since COVID, as they have proved to be extremely effective in school. We now have staggered breaks and staggered lunch times, and that means for Year 7 students coming to this school They have their own dedicated eating and social areas at breaks and lunchtime, and no other year group can access those areas. They're extremely well supervised, and I think we're aware at John Bright that transition from a small primary school to what seems like a large secondary school can be quite daunting for some of our young people. So having that separate area for breaks and lunchtime has proved to be extremely effective. Year 7s also have their own dedicated entrance in the morning to school, and they meet with Miss Edlington, who is the Director of Learning for Year 7. She is able to deal with issues at the school first thing, and deal with any concerns that might be there. She's already been around all the primary schools, and she'll become a very familiar face because she's in charge of the transition programme. So this will not be the first time, if you do see her, this will not be the first time that you see her. Let me talk to you a little bit about our communication. I believe our communication is a real strength. From text messages or videos from myself or directors of learning or updates from heads of faculty, we rapidly share information on new developments, and there have been an awful lot of them in recent times. We've always tried to get into the heads of our parent community and our young people community and work out what is it they're going to want from us. And we regularly send out questionnaires to elicit your views. We are a community that works together. We take on board all the feedback that we do get from parents. And Eston did comment in their most recent report, the Headteacher promotes an open door policy with regards to receiving feedback from parents. Let me move on just to talk a little bit about our uniform. We're incredibly proud of our school uniform at John Bright, and our young people wear it with pride. Our parent community really value it, as do our staff. We believe it reflects the aspirations and the standards that we have at the school. We don't allow young people to have mobile phones out throughout the school day. They have to be put well away in their bags, and they have to keep them there switched off. And if they want to use them after school, then they can do so. But we think that has been a really positive move for the school, and that's something that's been in place for 3 years. You will not see mobile phones around this school. Whilst we don't have any tolerance for antisocial behaviour or bullying in the school, we do recognise that some people need a little bit of extra support to manage their behaviours. And at John Bright, we have that support there. We want children to be happy, we want them to feel safe, and we want young people to respect others regardless of who they are. And our Behaviour and Wellbeing managers are support staff. They're not teaching. They are available during the school day to help you and to help our young people so that if there are issues, they can deal with them in a very, very timely manner. And of course, the best resource in any school is the teacher. And I've already said that we have over 80 specialist, incredibly well qualified teachers in this school. But we also have a building that is a PFI building, which means that it is always maintained to an extremely high standard. We don't have to worry about the maintenance of it. That's done by an external provider. But it also does mean that we have a very, very well-resourced school. And if you haven't been around our school, I urge you to do so. We've got amazing science facilities, design and technology facilities. We've got great drama and music provision as well. It is the best school out of all the schools I've ever worked in, the best resource school. And I think our young people are extremely lucky, and it certainly takes them into the 21st century. We're not an exam factory at the school, but we are incredibly proud of our examination results. And we obviously want young people to achieve the best that they can do. But we're also here to support young people develop in all aspects of life. And we are very proud of the extracurricular enrichment opportunities that we afford at this school. COVID has made that a little bit more challenging over the last 18 months, but we've regularly offered trips to Europe, to learn languages, to go skiing, to go to America. I've been extremely lucky to go on 2 trips in my time at the school. Our Duke of Edinburgh uptake is the second highest in North Wales, and I do feel incredibly fortunate that across the range of subjects in the school, there is usually a member of staff in each subject area who is committed to going on the Duke of Edinburgh experience, and they give up their times at weekends and in the evenings. That's extremely successful. I have to mention Eston at this point. We were really committed last year to ensuring that Eston came into the school. It's quite unusual for a school to want Eston to come in, but we were so proud of our provision that we wanted and encouraged Eston to come in. And although that proved a little bit tricky through COVID times, they were able to come in the penultimate week of the academic year last year. And we were extremely thrilled with the report, but not surprised that they came out with. And I do encourage you to read that on the Eston website. But if I can just leave you with 3 of their comments, they said that pupils behave well and listen attentively and with respect to teachers and their peers. Teachers build and maintain positive working relationships with pupils, and leaders, teachers and governors share the same aspiration of raising standards, improving the quality of teaching and strengthening the leadership at all levels. Those are just a few of the highlights. I think I've given you a good flavour of what we're about at the school. I'm incredibly proud of this school. I'm incredibly proud of the community that I lead, from staff to parents to our young people. And if you've not had a chance to come and have a look at school, there's still time to do so. Let me encourage you to do that as well. Thank you very much indeed for listening to me.